In December 1994, Alison Collier, a young girl who just started work and had been to London, back in PE, went to the beach with her friends. The country was happy. Nelson Mandela was the president. They played boulder dash, they ate pizza, and Alison went to drop one of her friends off at home. About 2 o'clock in the morning, she parked outside her flat when a man abducted her. That was Frans de Toit. Alison's story subsequently became an international issue when, after a vicious attack, disembowelling her and almost severing her head from her body, Alison miraculously survived. She wrote a book in 1997, and many of you will know it as I Have Life. I ghostwrote that book with Alison. And that story has inspired many, many people across the globe and documentaries and films to be made about Alison and the way she dealt with having survived that awful night. And her book has been translated into many different languages, and she really has traveled the world helping women who've had to deal with GBV of how to come to terms with it. She's lived with the scars on her body for a long time, and it hasn't been easy. Alison's fighting for her life a second time now. She had an aneurysm about a month ago, and while she's been treated for it, she's going to need a lot of treatment in the months to come. She's a fighter. I've seen her in hospital, and I've let her know that out there, readers and other people who've met and known her are thinking about her and are wishing her the best. Alison really is an icon, one of those women in South Africa who stood up at a time when it was important to stand up. And if I tell you how many times wherever I travel, people come up to me and say, "You're the woman who wrote Alison's book." And I'm proud to always say, yes, I am. And I would like to, at this moment, just be Alison's voice for a while and say, she says she thanks you all. She said that yesterday. So I'll keep you up to date on Alison's health issues. Read the parole issues. Both men were let out on parole in July last year. Alison opposed those parole bids every time. For 30 years they've been in jail. Every time she said she didn't want them out, that she feared them. And they were let out in July 2023. Alison's never received any compensation for what happened to her. These men were out on bail for 2 other cases when they attacked Alison. One of them had attacked a pregnant woman and had attempted to rape her. And at some point they had used the very knife that they used to stab Alison so many times to butter some bread the next day. A case has been taken to the High Court in Gauteng to try and appeal this and make sure that these men are put back behind bars, and how it was that they came to be released. It was this stress, I'm sure, and family members are sure, that made Alison concerned again and fear for her life. I, as a ghostwriter, feel Alison deserves our care and my care now that she can't speak for herself. It's time to not be the ghostwriter, but the real speaker.